Hello and welcome to Kapow Toys Presents. I am your host, King Grimlock, and today we're going to be taking a closer look at Perfect Effects, Ejector, and Rewinder. Now, it's strange for me to start one of these little robot-y guy reviews with them in their alt modes. Normally I go from robot to alt, because the alt modes are kind of, well, what's the word I'm looking for? Well, they're pointless, really, the Perfect Effect ones. We're buying these for the robots. But Ejector and Rewinder have something kind of special going on, because of course they are not Ejector, not Rewind, and they do link in the same way the Shadow Warriors have linked into the City Commander armor, or the Nemesis Commander City Commander armor. So we'll start off with some integration play. Let's bring in Ultra Magnus. Now, by removing the handles of Ejector and Rewinder, Ultra Magnus is able to give himself some serious cannon power. You just have to remove the... find the hole. Remove the original shoulder-mounted missile launchers that come with him if you bolt the second set. Of course, this is the fans project, Ultra Magnus, for those who don't know. This is the upgrade kit available through a third-party company for the exclusive white Classics Prime repaint that came back packaged with the black and purple into Skywarp Classics repaint of the Starscream mould. So yes, this is a third-party upgrade for a third-party upgrade for an exclusive toy. It's very much a niche market, I feel. Anyway, he does get this rather duty upgrade, give him some twin cannons on the shoulders, which I really like. Looks the part. I didn't buy these guys for Target Master though, but he does also have another feature. If we turn Mr. Magnus around, you can take your backpack sold separately from all good toy retailers, and I imagine some quite bad ones as well. And we slide this on. This guy clips on quite comfortably into two little clips on the side of the back. You can then take Ejector and Rewinder off and slot them and backpack them, which I think is a really nice little thing to have. Again, utterly pointless, but reminds me of Chewbacca carrying C-3PO. And they also serve to make device label Blaster a freaking badass. True integration with their reimagined master is somewhat lacking. But, like their mold sister Rosanna, these little dudes really don't need to integrate. These guys kick all kinds of literal ass. They look so good. My biggest complaint is there isn't any differentiation between them. The heads are the same, the weaponry is the same, the paint scheme is obviously different, but the chest the same, you know, little things like maybe putting the shoulder pads on backwards, because there's some nice detailing on the back of the shoulder pads. I don't know, little things, just maybe something to differentiate the two rather than just having to swap the weapons around. But you know what, these guys are awesome. All kinds of posability as well. Something Perfect Effect do, this tiny scale, to give you an idea how well they fit in with Blaster's other little beasties. Little ram horn. Oh, I look like I'm about to give him a haircut. These are diminutive, these are tiny, but they are wonderfully articulated. For a better look at what these guys can do in transformation and in articulation terms, go and have a look at the Rosanna review I did a few months back. I'm not going to cover old ground once again. All I'm going to tell you is these guys are stunning. There is not much wrong with them. They have minor QC issues, as you'd expect from any third-party product, but of course Perfect Effect are one of those few third parties that actually care. And if you do have a problem with your product, all you have to do is email them and they will send out replacement parts. Either do that through Perfect Effect directly or through the retailer you purchase them from. That's the great thing about this company, they actually care. The main problem I've got with mine is actually that the joints are too stiff. A few of Rosanna's joints were a little loose, so it was nice when these guys have been released a little bit later down the line, they've tightened them up. That does, however, mean that when you join the legs together, you are more than likely going to pop a hip. On the toys, not yourself. And in comparison to the recently released United Frenzy Rumble, Frumby Frumble, they are a little on the small side, I have to say. These are Legends, no bigger than that, but when you consider the quality of the toy that you get for Legend size, yeah, they're going to get their asses whooped by the pair of them. But you know what? It doesn't really matter because they are nice toys. The question does come down to, really, in your eyes, are they worth the money? You're getting Ejector and Rewind, two of the lesser characters from the show, even though Ejector was voiced by Townsend Coleman, who is a voice acting legend. But you didn't know that. He was sent on Prime as well. Jin. It's also the Tick. Is it worth the money? For me, yes, absolutely. The molds are glorious. They do everything you would want from them. They aren't cheap, but they are cheaper than the ones that have gone before them. I think you can pick up the pair for roughly £40 posted now, which is a lot of money for a couple of legends, but when you're dropping £45 to £60 for two scouts to get Frenzy and Rumble, you know what? It's not that bad. And anyone who dropped the money on Windcharger, you know, put it into context, people. These aren't too expensive for what you're getting. And until we get Eject and Rewind from Hasbro or Takara, which I don't think is going to happen anytime soon, these guys are more than adequate stand-in and look great on any shelf and do complement the classical styled device label toys, much in the same way that the others complement the music label Soundwave. They also go fairly well with the original cassettes as well, so it's not too bad. In all, I can't recommend these highly enough. I think they're absolutely brilliant. They look great. They integrate well with both Blaster and with Ultra Magnus as well. You know, they are designed to go with the Magnus armour, so it's a good thing that he does. And he does work well with Blaster, and they do look the part with their classic style master. It does work quite nicely. And the fact, at the end of the day, these dudes get 3 guns and 2 swords and only 2 hands. How hard do you have to be to need that much weaponry and not be able to carry? I mean, these dudes are dropping weapons to kill you. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I've been King Grimlock. This has been Perfect Effects Rewinder and Ejector, and we'll see you next time.